Hi beautiful friends, in this video I want to talk to you about triggers and why I do believe that triggers are truly the blessing, especially if you work with a trigger, if you don't let the trigger take over you and you understand the deep meaning of the trigger. So let's dive deeper. So there was actually time in my life, looking back, when I felt very triggered by other people's happiness, especially when it comes to relationships. I was single for a very long time, 8 years or so, and everyone around me, family members, my brother, my cousins, everyone around me pretty much lived a normal life. They were married, they had kids, they were in relationships, and me, I was the one who was single and I couldn't understand why is this happening, right? That's the question. And every time they would have another baby, I would just feel this tremendous pain within me. And I felt like I'm a failure. I'm failing in life because I did not understand why am I not able to find the one? Why am I not able to create this life on my own? And the more I felt these triggers, I realized that the only way to process the pain is to go deep within the pain. And that is exactly what I am actually talking about in my book, Love is the Law. There is this law of duality that I am mentioning in the book. And the way it works is we cannot avoid the pain. The pain itself is actually teacher. So the trigger itself is actually teacher, but you have to allow that teacher to do the work for you. So not to avoid the pain, not to avoid the trigger. So what do we normally do when we are triggered? We typically run away from the trigger. We want to hide, we want to suppress the pain or replace the pain with something else. So we have a drink, we watch a movie, we do something just to replace or suppress the pain. But the pain, like I said, the trigger itself is actually the biggest teacher if you allow that teacher to do the work. So instead of suppressing the pain or hiding from the pain or running away from the pain, we go towards the pain. And this was something I've done myself when I was in that deep pain of broken heart, and I realized that the only way to deal with this pain is to stop avoiding the pain but to go within. And when you actually go within, you go deeper than the pain, you realize that there is nothing but love. But to do that, to be able to experience that, you have to go deep within. In other words, it's almost like you go beneath the pain. So you feel this peace and love that's really who you are, because there is love and that's all there is. But this is all happening underneath the trigger, underneath the pain, underneath the darkness. So for us to be able to actually understand that the trigger is serving a purpose, we cannot avoid the trigger. We cannot suppress the pain. Instead of that, I want to welcome you to dive deeper into this trigger and really do the work around it. What is this trigger trying to tell you? What is this trigger trying to teach you? Because there is always lesson. And usually it's a very beautiful lesson, because from this pain, the biggest breakthrough will happen in your life. For me personally, I was in that deep pain of breakup. I was triggered by other people's happiness, especially when it comes to relationships. And for me to be able to really be able to manifest the life I have now, my dear husband, soulmate, true happiness, happy marriage, I had to do the inner work. The way I did the inner work, I decided to use the pain and work with it. So instead of hiding, I was working with my trigger and I was asking myself, why am I so triggered? And when you go deep enough, you understand that usually it's coming from the place of fear, because you fear that you cannot manifest what the other person has. So you are usually triggered because that trigger is showing you that the other person has something and you don't have, but you want it. And it is literally triggering your ego, but it is only when you are coming from that place of fear. The moment you come from the place of love and acceptance, and you understand that you are the creator of your reality and you can create anything you want, including love, including happiness, anything you want, you understand that it is already yours, then the trigger will go away because the trigger will lose the power over you. The trigger is only there when you feel like you are lacking something, when you feel that you're not worthy of receiving, when you feel that other people are lucky because they have this and that and you cannot have it. When you are in that place of victimhood, that is when the trigger has power over you. The moment you let go, the moment you understand that you are in power, you are in charge of your life, you can create whatever you want in your life. It's really up to you, but work with the trigger because the trigger is showing you what needs to be healed within you. The trigger is showing you that, okay, pay attention here because you still believe that you cannot have it. You still believe you cannot manifest more money. You still believe you cannot manifest more love. You still believe that you are actually the victim here. And the moment you change these beliefs, the trigger will be gone because the trigger will no longer have the power, have the power over you. So it's really your job to work with the trigger, to be grateful for the trigger, to stay aware and use that awareness to work with your own mind. Because once you do that, you will be able to shift instantly, and then you start creating beautiful life because you literally are creator of your life. You are creator of your reality. You are the one who has the power. And if you feel like you're the victim, it's just you coming from that lower place being triggered. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you want to go deeper, I have upcoming masterclass, the Love Code. This masterclass is right now still on pre-sale, so that means it's discounted price. You can get in for a very low price. This is the masterclass, where I'm gonna be doing live transmission and we're gonna go deeper into Love Code. Love Code is basically the content that I channeled when I wrote the book, but we're gonna go deeper than that. So I'm gonna take you deeper so you can actually uncover what needs to be healed within you. And we're gonna heal that so you can manifest that life of your dreams. You can manifest that fairy tale. You can manifest whether it's more love, more abundance. It's the same thing because essentially we are using the same frequency. So the link is going to be below, or if you don't see the link, you can just comment below and I'll share the link with you and I'll see you inside of the class. Have a beautiful day.